What's up peeps, my name's Ian, I sell books on eBay, and today we have 12 orders going out, and I think 11 of them are actually books, which is helpful, that's what I try to do, sell books on eBay. So no particular topics or anything to talk about today, just a run through the sales and see how they have gone. So let's just get cracked on with that, shall we? It's still quite early in the morning, it's only 25 past 8, so getting this done early so I get them all dropped off at Royal Mail and get on with my day. So first up, Dumbo, Disney DVD. These have been going really well lately. If you can pick them up cheap, bundle them up, use the variation listings, and you will sell them. You only make, £1, pennies on each DVD depending on how you sell them, but they're so easy to pick up, so easy to check and list that why the heck wouldn't you? Actually, I've had questions about conditions and how I assess my conditioning. When I pick stuff up, I make sure that the covers are clean, and that's the first sign. I pick them up fast, and if there's any where the discs are knackered, I just put them back. You probably can't see that, but then when I get them back, I do a quick check of the disc, make sure that it's clean. A couple of very light scratches I don't have an issue with, and if that's the case, then I'm satisfied that that's good to very good condition and it goes in the bulk listing. So that's how I look at my DVDs. Every now and again one gets missed, which is very frustrating, but that's a rarity. So anyway, we've got that one going out, and that went for $5.99. Put it in the packing pile. Next we've got a little stack of books, and it's one of my favourites, Dilly Court. 5 Dilly Court paperbacks. These just sell so well. I'm so glad I discovered this author. She really has proven to be very, very popular, and they just keep going out the door as fast as I can get them. $12.99 for those 5 paperbacks. Yeah, another one for the pile. And then we have a single, all in its lonesome. Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, graphic novel, really nice condition, and that sold for £7.84. So graphic novels always seem like a no-brainer, even if they're only worth £3-4. Somebody will want them and somebody will buy them, so they don't tend to hang about for too long if you price them right. This is all about volume, so price low, get them out the door, get the cash back in, get more stock, keep your space right. Next, 2 Ian Rankin paperbacks. We've got Rather Be the Devil and Resurrection Men. So this is another listing that went in and tidied up. So my variation listings, I have a lot of zeros next to stock because I have 1 or 2 copies and they sell, and then it can be days, weeks, months even before I pick up additional copies. So I've gone through quite a few of these listings and taken out all the items that I don't have. So in the variations, they still exist, so when I get a new copy I just need to go in and add it back in, and the picture and everything is still there. So it's really just selecting it, giving it a stock quantity, and it will get up and running again. But tidy that listing up, and straight away got a couple of sales out of that. £7.69 for those 2 paperbacks. So that keeps it competitive with the big sellers, but people need to buy 2 to be able to get that value out of it. Another single book, the classics. I haven't sold many of the classic books of late, but here's one going out the door, and that's Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice. So again, really nice condition. That's kind of my stipulation. Grading your stock is so much easier if you only pick up stuff that's in good condition. It keeps it simple, then you can always list stuff as good or better. This one could have been listed as very good, it might have been listed as very good, but at the very minimum it's listed as good, and it sold for £7.24. Next, another little bundle, but I'm going to have a drink of my coffee first. Lovely. Right, Jill Mansell. Didn't sell any of these for a while. Got a few, tidied up the listing, and that's another 3 of them gone out the door. $9.99 for 3 paperbacks. So a lot of these orders are good profitable orders because there weren't too many went out in promoted listings. For example, with that lot there, if that went in promoted listings, eBay are going to take an extra $150, $180 off of the total sale price. So because that's not going out there, that's me making an extra 50p a book. So I'm up over £1 a book profit on that particular order. Next we have some Peter James. Haven't sold any Peter James for a while either, but again, tidied up the listing, and that seems to have got them moving. So we've got one paperback, Dead Like You, and then Not Dead Yet, and Love You Dead. There's definitely a theme going on there, isn't there? And the three of them sold for $11.99, but I have a feeling that this is going to be a bit of a heavy one. It just feels like it could be on the cusp of 2 kilos, so I'm just going to check that just now. 1.92, so just under, even with the packaging, that'll be just under 2 kilos, thankfully, and we'll get them out. So $11.99, happy with that. Next, an author that I've not really sold before, but has now gone out. I've put these down at kind of $1.99 a book, just to see if I can get a bit of traction on the listing, and that seemed to work, although I did do it a couple of weeks ago. And we've got Christian Cameron, the Tyrant series, the King of Bosporus, Storm of Arrows, and Funeral Games. So I'm assuming this is all round about Roman Empire. Not read it myself, although I do quite enjoy some of the historical fiction, but I haven't tried this guy. So that one's in the wake of Alexander the Great's death. Oh right, so it's actually Alexander and not Romans. Shows what I know. Anyway, the three of them, $7.97 for the three, so not a massively profitable sale for 3 books, but it's got a bit of traction on that listing. So if I get another resale out of it, I'll pick up some more and I'll put the prices back up to where they really should be. Next, right, we've got a big lot here, 15 books in total. I'll show you them in chunks. This is a repeat buyer. So first up we have a wee selection there. So A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, Secret History, told you that sells all the time. Handmaid's Tale, Ghosts by Dolly Alderton, a couple of Julia Quinn Bridgerton books, and Lisa Joel, The Family Upstairs. Let's sit them there. Then we have a wee stack of Game of Thrones. So we've got Game of Thrones itself, A Feast for Crows, Steel and Snow books 1 and 2, and Dance with Dragons book 1 and 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's one they haven't bought, I don't know why, but they've bought the 6 out of the set of 7. Plank them there. Right, what else was in that order? Let's just have a wee double check. Yes, Darren Shan, Dark Calling, wee paperback all on its own. And then a pre-made bundle went out with that lot as well. So it's visual companions to the 3 Lord of the Rings books. 3 books, all big hardcovers, and they've gone out with that same order. So they can sit in the same pile for packing up in a little while. And that lot went out in total for some reason eBay split it, although they still got other discounts. So what's that number at the bottom? We've got 8 and £49.50. So a nice sweet order for that lot there. Obviously it's going to cost me £6 odd to post, but when it's a big bundle like that, that extra £3 over the postage I've charged, more than worth taking the hit on that to get that sale. Right, next, nearly at the end, another little bundle and another super popular author, Mr. David Baldacci. A Minute to Midnight, Long Road to Mercy, and 0 Day. Another listing that I've tidied up, just trying to really optimise my listings to get the most sales out of them. When you go in and look at some of these and there are out of stock, 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 and just like the odd one that's in stock, it's not a good customer experience. So squaring that away, tidying that up, seems to be making the difference, and it is pushing the sales up consistently over £100 for a few days in a row now. So 3 David Baldacci books, £9.99. Then we have another little bundle, bit of a mixed bundle here. 5 little books. These are heading off to Jersey, so that means eBay have have charged them an extra bit of sales tax, which doesn't come to me, it shows up in my overall sales total, but it's pennies, so it's not a significant impact there. £13.64 less the 50p sales tax that eBay have hit on that. And we've got Richard Osman, The Man Who Died Twice, and The Bullet That Missed. Then we've got 2 Lisa Jules, The Third Wife, and The Girls, and a little Colleen Hoover at the end. So all your perfects. And let's say 13.64, so probably it's about 12.99ish that they actually sold for that will go into my account. So I've got 50p to deduct from somewhere that won't show up. And the last order, which came in literally 5 minutes before I started this video, high intensity training, the mic, Ments our way. Picked up a stack of fitness books about a week or so ago. That's the first one of them to sell. They do okay, self-help, fitness stuff, bodybuilding. It does sell. Might not be big money all the time, but it does sell, and that went for £10.80, so that's not a bad order at all. And it goes in the pile for packing right over there. So that's the total sales. We've got £155 coming in from that. That's knocking off 61 pence to allow for that extra Jersey tax. So that's not 11 sales, it's 12 sales, isn't it? Because 2 of them are combined, it shows 13, so yes, that's where we're at with that one, 12 sales. The postage for that lot is going to be 11 times 3, which is 33, plus £3.30, because that's how you make it into 329 times what it is. So we're looking at about £36 plus another £6.50 for the big bundle. So 36, 42, call it 43 quid to get all of that posted. So 155, a third of that to eBay, £45 on postage, and the rest of it coming back to me. So it's sticking with my approximate, a third to eBay, a third in postage, a third in profit, but it's slightly higher today, so probably £55 profit back into the business from those sales. And from that, yes, you need to deduct cost of goods, packaging, anything else that's required before you get a real number as to how much profit has come in. But cost of goods on that lot, we're looking at, what's that, 15, 30, 40, it's maybe about 50 books, so about 12 quid cost of goods. Coffee's so good. I don't imagine it would have been any more than that, probably a little bit less. So another fairly normal day. I say, since I've made the changes and been listening consistently every day at a certain value to make sure that keeps coming into the keeps where it needs to be in the business, I have been making slightly higher, consistently higher sales day after day after day. So I'm going to make sure I keep doing that right through March. For February, since I started it on the 19th of February, the target was £320 a day in listings value, and we've done 323, 341, 362, 330, 356, 408, 427, a slow day on the 26th, 293, 333. Yesterday was 324, and I've already done 66 for today, which took me a whole 10 minutes. So I've got another £250, £260 worth to get listed, but I've already got bundles made up that will get listed for that, and I'm doing a pickup around about lunchtime today, so hopefully that'll add for I've still got a couple of hundred books at least to go into my bread and butter listings, but I've only got a couple of titles and sometimes single titles per author, so I like to wait until I've got a few of them, and then I can stick 20 quid's worth of value onto my listings just like that, because it's updating the variation listings and not having to go in and create new listings every single time. I've got a small selection of slightly higher value single books that I may get to as well, but my first priority doing these every day is get the bread and butter ones done first, because they sell the best. Even though they're lower priced overall, they get me the best sales and the best return, then onto the bundles, and then onto the single listings as they go. And that's where we're at today. So pretty short and sweet video, no huge topics to discuss. The charity shop selling on eBay, definitely got a few great comments from you guys yesterday, so thank you very much for taking part in that. I'm going to be going through them and seeing if there's anything particular to pick out to bring back to the discussion. And actually, give me 2 wee seconds to just check something here. Sorry, I just remembered Zenor 1786 got in touch through the comments saying they'd picked up a couple of signed John Connolly books. Wanted to know if I wanted to trade them. One of them I don't have, so I've said yes. I would love Wolf and Winter signed copy by John Connolly. Let us know what's needed. So I'm just waiting to hear back from Zenor. They're North Glasgow, so they're not far away from me. Make sure to give them their eBay page a proper shout out, and see if I can get hold of that book off them one way or another. So if you're watching, if you're listening, make sure you pass on your details to me and I can give you a good shout out on that. You can email me bigbundlesofbooks@gmail.com or drop it in at the comments where everyone can see. It's entirely up to you, and we'll get that sorted out from there. But yeah, if anybody's got any of these books that I'm trying to collect for my thrift store collection and you're willing to let them go for a very reasonable price, postage and cost, John Connolly, Stephen King, Robert Harris, Terry Pratchett, it would be great to hear what you guys have got out there. The Connollys, I'm really looking for signed editions in all of them, so that's a challenge. But any of these are the ones that I'm trying to collect and get full complete sets of before I add more authors to that list. So cheers so far, Zenot. Get back in touch and we shall sort something out. Anyway, that is all for today. So all I have to do is say see ya, love ya, bye.